Hey y'all, we're going to be doing another canning project today, probably the last one for the year of making jelly. Anyway, not canning. I will can all year round. We're going to be making some jalapeno jelly today, and I'm using a recipe on page 36 of the Ball Blue Book. This is the older edition. I do not have the new one. Where did it go? I lost my place. Okay. What we're going to need here is, I've got my peppers in the sink over here, but I'm going to need 3/4 of a pound of jalapenos. Those came from my garden. We're going to need 2 cups of cider vinegar. We're going to need 6 cups of sugar. And we're going to need 2 pouches of, it says Ball liquid pectin. I had Certo, but I only have 1 pouch. So I am going to try something. I looked up how much to alternate on the liquid pectin with powdered pectin, and it says to convert it, you're supposed to be able to use 2 tablespoons of powdered pectin for every 3-ounce pouch of liquid pectin. So that means I should need 4 tablespoons of this. And what we'll do differently, instead of adding the pectin at the end, we're going to put the pectin in at the start with the sugar and whisk it around. So hopefully this will work out. We'll find out. If not, then, you know, lesson learned. So anyway, let me get set up, and I'm going to start trimming the stems and taking the seeds out of the jalapenos, and when I get those done, and we'll be back and start this canning project. Got all our peppers de-seeded. There's a few little seeds in there, but that's okay. You're not going to get them all. And I've got them in the food processor because it wants you to take and puree the peppers with 1 cup of your vinegar. So I'm going to add the 1 cup in here, like so. And I'm kind of doing this at a side so y'all can see. Alright, we're going to get loud here, so make sure it's on low. And excuse, I've got the dishwasher going in the background. Cleaning and sanitizing my jars. Okay. I'm not exactly sure how fine that's supposed to be. I guess once I get it in here, if I'm not overly happy with it, I could probably take an immersion blender to it and get it a little finer. Let's kind of knock some of this down off the sides. Alright, I'm going to say that's good. And let's move this over here. And I've got the sugar dumped in my pot already, so let me scoot y'all down here. Down a little bit, and we're going to start adding our pectin in with our sugar. I've not turned on the heat yet. Something sticky on the side of the canner. Probably the last jelly I made. Goes to show how well I did that. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4 tablespoons. Just gonna whisk this in together. So, got that mixed in together. So we're gonna add all this in there. That gets a little foamy. Oh, that really smells. Look how foamy that's gotten. You see that? Alright. Oh, I forgot to take the blade out. That was really smart. Alright, let's get the rest of that out of there. I'm going to pour my other cup of vinegar in here to try to get the rest of that puree out. Stick that on there. Let's do swirl that around a little bit and try to get all that stuff out of there. Come on. There we go. Alright, now that we've got all that in there, let me find another spoon. We're going to turn the heat up here. We're going to bring this up to boil, stirring constantly for 10 minutes, is I believe what the directions say. Oh, that's thick. A lot of sugar. I don't know, that'd probably be kind of pretty with the flecks of pepper in there. I'm hoping the foam will go down. So okay, let's I'm gonna make you sit here and watch me do this. So once we get it up to the stage and hopefully my jars will be done, we'll bring you back. Alright, we have come to a boil, or it was boiling a minute ago. There you go, a second ago. Starting to boil. So I'm gonna start my timer for 10 minutes, and I'm gonna sit here and stir this constantly for those 10 minutes, and I'm gonna hope that my jars are done rinsing and we'll be ready to go in that time period. So we will be back when we are ready to start putting this in jars. Alright, let's get one from the top view here. Gonna jar this up. Gonna go 1/4 inch headspace. Gotta put the mandatory drippage all over the counter. Can't do jams or jelly without getting it on the counter. In fact, I can't make anything without getting it on the counter. Seems like these days. So probably go just a tad bit more. Get that 1/4 inch headspace. Steam bubble. Let's see where we're at. I could probably go just a smidge more. A little more on the counter there. There we go. Okay. Not having fun in the kitchen if you're not making a mess. Okay, towel. Hold that. Alright. Wipe the tip it so you have to wipe it again. Okay. Alright. Finger tight. There we go. Alright, here we go with our side view. Fill another jar up. Drippy. Husband has come in several times and commented that this has an interesting smell to it. I'm gonna have to find me a guinea pig to try this out. Here we are. Let's see. Oop, I probably got a little too much in there that time. Let's take a little out. Okay. Debubble. Yep, good headspace. Vinegar on there. Wipe our rim, and yeah, forgetting the towel. That's hot, hot, hot. Okay. Alright, a little better light there to see those flecks of jalapeno floating around in there. Okay, this is off to the canner. Alright, I got them in the water bath canner and it has come to a rolling boil. So I'm going to put the lid on and I'm going to start my timer for 10 minutes. We ended up getting 6 jars. Unfortunately, they did not gel that well. See it moving around in there? It is kind of the consistency of a really thick syrup. So the alternating 2 tablespoons of powdered pectin for every packet of liquid did not work well for me. I would, if I had to do that again, I would use 3 tablespoons per pouch. That probably would have been enough to get this to gel. It is still really thick, but just not quite thick enough. We decided to be a little brave. We opened this jar, and my husband was determined to try it. He's been telling people what I was doing this weekend, and we've already got several people that want it, even despite the fact that it didn't set as well as I would have liked. Anyway, we opened this jar, and I told him if he would try it, I would try it. So we both tried it, and I have to say I was pleasantly surprised. It was not as spicy hot as I thought it would be. I just took a very small little dab. It was tangy and sweet with just that tad bit of heat in there. So if you like that sort of things, this would be really good over some cream cheese served with crackers. Somebody said that they wanted a jar because they love it with chicken. They also like to make burgers with it and put it on top of burgers with bacon, and they fry up an egg and put it on top of it. I've had several people tell me all sorts of things that they like to do with jalapeno or pepper jelly. So yeah, every one of these jars will have a home, despite the fact. Anyway, let's run over the recipe real quick again. It was 3/4 pounds of jalapeno peppers, 2 cups of cider vinegar divided, 6 cups of sugar, and 2 pouches of ball liquid pectin. Green food coloring optional. You're going to wash peppers and drain them, and you're going to remove the stems and seeds. You're going to puree the peppers with 1 cup of the vinegar in a food processor or blender. Once you've done that, you're going to add the other cup of vinegar and sugar in a large saucepan. Bring it to a boil. Boil for 10 minutes, stirring it constantly. Then you're going to stir in your liquid pectin, return to a rolling boil, and boil hard for 1 minute, stirring constantly. Remove it from the heat, skim the foam, and if you want the food coloring, that's when you add it. Ladle into hot jelly into jars, and leaving a 1/4 inch head space. Process for 10 minutes in a boiling water bath canner. So there it is. I hope y'all like this. Give it a try. Let me know how it comes out for you. If you do alternate the powdered pectin, you would want to mix that in with the sugar before you add fruit to it, and instead of at the end. Just remember, it takes more than 4 tablespoons. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll reply as soon as I possibly can, or send me a message. Thank you for watching, and happy canning.